It's a comment that has both sides of the aisle on the same page. President Trump suggested postponing the November election, but both Democrats and Republicans say no way. The president floated the idea on Twitter, claiming 2020 will be the most inaccurate and fraudulent election in history. He called for Congress to delay the election until people can properly, securely, and safely vote. He later said the idea was based on concerns that mail-in voting could lead to unreliable results.
I don't want to delay. I want to have the election. But I also don't want to have to wait for 3 months and then find out that the ballots are all missing and the election doesn't mean anything. That's what's going to happen, Steve. That's common sense. And everyone knows it. Smart people know it. Stupid people may not know it. And some people don't want to talk about it. But they know it.
Democrats say President Trump is just trying to distract from the news of the U.S. economy posting its worst ever plunge in recent months, and Republicans simply shut down the notion.
Never in the history of the federal elections have we ever not held an election, and we should go forward with our election. But we should have absentee voting, but this mass just mailing out ballots without having any checks and balances, without people requesting, really brings concern in there. But no way should we ever not hold our election on the day that we have it.
The general election has been on the first Tuesday after the first Monday in November since 1845. So hypothetically, how could a delay happen and what would the results of that be? Here's how it lines up in the Constitution. States have the authority to delay primary elections, but only Congress can change the date for the general election. If Congress did decide to delay the election, President Trump and Vice President Pence would still have to be out of the Oval Office by January 20th, which is when a president's term expires. Now, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi would be next in line, but a delayed election would have her out of the office by January 3rd. So in the end, the spot would go to the Senate President pro tempore, which is Republican Senator Chuck Grassley from Iowa. Now, even though lawmakers are both determined to keep the election date as is, we want to know if you agree.
That's right. So we posted that for our big question of the day. Do you think the 2020 election should be delayed? Why or why not? Here's what our viewers have had to say thus far. Teresa says no, absolutely not, because Arkansas has a balancing system in place for absentee voting, and other states should too. Linda says if mail-in voting is what is going to happen, then we should push back the election. And Philip doesn't think we should delay. He says absentee ballots for military personnel and for those who are not physically able to go to the polls should be distributed. Sorry.
Thank you, DJ. On to more local news that matters. A Little Rock man who was shot by an FBI agent this week will stay in jail for now. Cameron Bryant was shot when he allegedly attempted to drive through a line of police vehicles on Old Stagecoach Road. His defense attorney says the cars were blocking him from leaving a parking lot. An Arkansas state trooper was hurt in a car accident in Craighead County. State police say Corporal Scott Irvin and 2 others in the other car were taken to the hospital. Corporal Irvin is now recovering at home, but the other 2 are still in the hospital. We don't know what caused the crash. The Little Rock School District is updating its Ready for Learning plan. In the new changes, the district will not be able to provide a virtual setting for pre-K. That's a decision that was made on the state level. The district has also ordered 3.5 million masks for student and staff. It also bought foggers for each building to provide thorough cleaning. And if you're one of those parents or teachers preparing for the school year, don't forget Arkansas Sales Tax-Free Weekend starts tomorrow. The annual holiday lets shoppers buy school supplies and clothing sales tax-free. Some places like the outlets of Little Rock are offering extended hours and discounts. The Department of Finance and Administration also confirmed you can do shopping online as long as it's a store in Arkansas. One more reminder, school starts August 24th. 634. Pat?
If you buy from Walmart.com or Target.com, as a physical store in Arkansas, you wouldn't pay a sales tax. They're online, as long as that business has an actual store in Arkansas. All right. Hurricane Isaias was a tropical storm yesterday, made its way across Hispaniola, as intensified into a Category 1 hurricane with maximum sustained winds now of 80 miles per hour. It's moving northwest at 17. It's going to be moving through the Bahamas today and tonight, make its way up along the east coast of Florida over the weekend. Back here at home, we're looking at a mostly cloudy sky in Little Rock, some rainfall off toward the west and down to our southwest too. Mentioned this earlier about some rainfall about to move in to Russellville. Lake Dardanelle over to around Knoxville, around the power plant. We have some rainfall out there, all the way back from there to the southwest, all the way back to Waldron and down into southwest Arkansas. Got rainfall north of Texarkana, crossing the Red River, about to move into Hope, DeQueen. Here's Mena, Waldron, got that rainfall out there. And now let's go over to southeast Arkansas. Some very light showers into Shea, Lincoln, Eastern Drew, Ashley, and Chico counties. Very light showers down there. Here in Little Rock, we'll have a rain chance by noon, 10% then, but a 40% chance at 5 o'clock. We'll get to the mid and upper 80s. Sunrise has already occurred, of course. It was a nice sunrise. We did tweet out a picture of that earlier. It was really great. On the dash heating and cooling tower cam, though, you can see we have a mostly cloudy sky. It is now 72 in Little Rock. We have a south and southwest wind at 6. Tonight, that wind will be from the northwest. That will be behind a cold front. So some cooler air will be moving in, and a little less humidity as well for the weekend. 72, a popular number here in the metro. Jacksonville, Conway, Benton, Little Rock, we all have 72. So does Hot Springs. Mena has 70. Searcy, 71. Batesville, 72. Pine Bluff at 74. Monticello is a warm 77. All right, so here in Little Rock, our high today, 87, mostly cloudy, 60% chance of rain, and a 40% chance of rain tonight. Look at that wind, northwest 5 to 10, a low of 69 degrees. So it'll get 2 to 3, 4, maybe 5 degrees cooler tonight than it is this morning. So a nice little change for the first day of August.